Hello guys, and welcome to another video here today at the Startup Brain TV, the platform to inspire, empower, and connect entrepreneurs worldwide. So, in today's video, I'm going to be addressing one of the frequently asked questions that I've received from a lot of you guys. And the question is, what is the cost of starting an online boutique? So if you're interested in finding out the cost of starting an online boutique, then you better stay tuned and watch this video till the end. Welcome to the Startup Brain TV, where you can learn how to start and run a successful online business working from home or anywhere in the world, so you can finally live the life of freedom and fulfillment that you truly deserve. Now, when it comes to running any business out there in general, there's two different types of costs that you will encounter during your business journey. Now, the first one, of course, is your startup cost, which is the cost of getting that business up and running, and then your running cost, which is basically your overheads and ongoing expenses once you have that business up and running. So in this video, I'm going to be specifically addressing the startup cost side of things. Now, as you guys know, there's a lot of different online boutiques out there that you can start, from selling clothing to selling shoes to selling handbags, accessories, hair. So many different online boutiques you can start out there. And as you can imagine, the cost of starting every type of online boutique would definitely vary depending on what type of products you plan to sell. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you sort of average estimates. So these numbers may not be the exact figures that will be relevant to your online boutique. This is just an average estimate on what you're likely to need to get things up and running. It will differ for every business. It could be higher or lower for your specific online boutique business. So please don't take these numbers as the final figures for starting your own specific online boutique. Use this as a guide to benchmark against what you need to get things up and running, okay? Now we got that out of the way, let's get right into it. So the first key cost you're going to encounter when starting your online boutique, of course, is inventory. So your startup inventory is the core for any online boutique business out there. These are basically the products you're going to be selling out to your customers. So you need to ensure that you get this right from the onset, okay? Inventory is one of the most expensive costs you will need to get your business up and running. Now, when it comes to inventory, there's different ways you can source inventory out there. The most popular option, of course, is buying wholesale from wholesale suppliers in bulk. This is usually pretty expensive, and it will work for you if you've got enough money to invest in lots and lots of inventory initially, okay? Because as you know, you're starting an online boutique not to sell just one or two pieces. You want to have at least 25 to 30 different types of products on your website, okay? So this on its own will cost you a lot of money to get things up and running. So a lot of wholesale suppliers don't offer single items or double items. You're probably going to have to buy around 4 to 5 units per piece. So for this top, for example, you probably will need at least 4 pieces per unit of this top only, okay? So if you're thinking about different colors of the same top, again, you're going to need to buy at least 4 of those different colors again. You really need to think about what type of inventory you're buying in advance before you go ahead to invest a lot of money buying inventory, okay? Now, I recommend you have at least 25 to 30 pieces of items on your website to get started with, because you don't want customers coming to your website and seeing just 1 or 2 products. First of all, they're not going to take you seriously, and second of all, you're just not going to make any money. It just doesn't appear professional, right? So ideally, you want to start with around 25 to 30 pieces on your website, because then you have a lot of products to sell, and it just makes your business look a lot more legit to customers, okay? So now let's assume that your supplier is selling this top at $7 per unit. If you're buying it in bulk of 4, then that's $28 for just 1 unit, okay? And if you need 25 to 30 units on your website, then multiply that by 28. And I'm not saying 25 to 30 pieces of the same outfit. So this could be one, which is $28. You could have a different shirt, which is another $28. You could have a dress, which is maybe $30 in bulk. So you could have a combination of different products, mixture of different products on your website, okay? So in total, I'll be looking at around $700 to $800. Again, that's a very small, online boutique with just around 25 to 30 pieces on the website. Again, these are based on average estimates. So let's budget around $800 for inventory. Now, if you don't have money to buy wholesale inventory, then you could look into my all-time favorite, dropshipping. If you guys have watched any of my previous videos, you know I talk a lot about dropshipping because that's what I personally use right now for my online boutique, Fashvi. My boutique is actually based on 70% dropshipping and 30% wholesale. So I have a combination of both. And dropshipping is something that has worked for me over the years, ever since I started my business in 2015, and it still works perfectly for me. So with dropshipping, unlike buying wholesale, you don't buy any inventory in advance. So you find a supplier who basically sells these products, the stuff, at a low wholesale price. So you sell these products on your website as though you already own them in stock. Your customers don't know that, and they don't need to know that. When they buy from your website, you then pass the order over to your supplier. Of course, keeping your profit. Remember, you're charging a higher price on your website. So it's exactly the same as buying wholesale and reselling at a higher price, but except you're not actually buying the wholesale products in advance, okay? When a customer buys from you, you pass the customer's order over to your supplier. They deal with the packaging and fulfillment of the orders, and they ship the products directly to your customer on your behalf. Of course, before you do this, you need to make sure you speak to your suppliers and let them know you plan on doing drop shipping, so they don't send out any invoices and labels and branding information, because the last thing you want your customers to receive is information from another supplier. It's like ordering a product from Misguided and receiving a Fashion Nova item in the post. Of course, you're going to wonder why Fashion Nova is sending you products, right? So make sure you communicate with your suppliers and make sure you only work with suppliers that do offer a dropshipping service, so they don't send out any branding information on the products. That way, the customer would never know that the products are actually coming from your supplier. And if customers are not buying from your website, you've really got nothing to lose, right? Because guess what? You don't actually store any inventory to start with, so you're not really losing anything. But when you buy wholesale, if nobody buys your products, then you've got all that money just tied up in stock somewhere in a warehouse or in your stockroom or wherever you store your products. I actually did a video on wholesale versus dropshipping. I'm going to leave a link below, so if you guys want to find out more on the different options, go check out that video. I'll try not to get into a lot of detail with regards to that because we're talking about the cost and not the process is, okay? If you're interested in dropshipping, then I strongly recommend you check out dropshipfinds.com. It's basically the A to Z platform for anyone out there who wants to start dropshipping. You get your own website designed for you. You get access to a list of dropshipping suppliers that you can get started with. You get training videos at the back office to help you fulfill your orders, attract customers, and grow your business. And all of that comes at only a one-off fee of $299 per year. I'll leave a link below. You can go check out dropshipfinds.com for more information on getting started with dropshipping, okay? Okay, so now we've talked about inventory. The next startup cost you will need to invest in for your online boutique is your website. Because you're starting an online boutique, your website is essentially going to be your office or the platform where customers find you, interact with you, purchase your products, where payments are processed, and where you fulfill orders and ship them out to your customers. So your website is your second key vital startup cost that you definitely need to invest in. I mean, what's the point of starting an online boutique if you don't actually have a website? Now, one thing that really irks and surprises me these days is the fact that there's a lot of businesses out there that still don't have a website. Why? Just why? Why don't you have a website? It's so cheap to get a website up and running these days. You can even get websites done for free nowadays. Like, there's so much information out there that can help you to get your website up and running if you don't have the money to hire a designer. Like, there's YouTube. Go on YouTube. There's videos on how to create a website. But it really surprises me that there's a lot of businesses out there that, you know, people that actually call themselves businesses, but they still don't have a website. Like, why are you doing that to yourself? Why? Just why? You know, you go to an Instagram account, they've got amazing products, and then you go to the bio to click on the link to purchase a product, and it says DM me for prices, and I'm like, why don't you have a website with your products and your prices? In this social media era, a lot of customers, people including myself, no longer have patience like we used to. Nobody wants to go on your Instagram account, see a product they like, and start DMing you for prices. And then how is the fulfillment process going to work? Are you going to send them your PayPal account to send you the money to ship the product out to them. Whereas if you have a website, the customer just clicks on that website on your bio, on your Instagram account, and they go straight to your website, they buy the product there, they read everything, product description, everything. You're saving yourself a lot of time and money by just having a website up and running. And it also means that customers that are not necessarily on social media will also find you. Now, okay, rant over. So to get your website up and running, you will need a domain name and a hosting platform. Your domain name is the name of your website, www.yourbusinessname.com. It's going to cost you less than $10 for the whole year. Okay, that's $10 per year for your domain name. And you can get a domain name registered in platforms like namecheap.com, which is my all-time favorite. You can check out godaddy.com. There's so many other ones out there, but I recommend namecheap.com. Once you have a domain name registered, you need to think about a hosting platform. I would recommend you check out shopify.com, which is great for online boutique type websites. Shopify basically helps you create your own online boutique in just the click of a few buttons. It's really, really easy, very user friendly, especially for beginners. So I'll highly recommend you check out Shopify, and I'll leave a link below to the exact products that you can use to get things up and running. So with Shopify, you will need $29 per month to have your website up and running. A very low cost investment, okay? So in total for your website, you're looking at less than $40 to have things up and running. Like, you really don't have an excuse, right? Of course, there's going to be other petty expenses to get things set up for you in terms of your website, but I would say budget around $100 just to get your website up and running if you're using Shopify and doing things by yourself. But if you plan to hire a web designer, then it's obviously going to cost you a lot more to get your e-commerce website up and running, okay? And again, if you decide to go with Dropship Finds, they do offer you a web design service, and that's included in the $299 per year. So you don't pay anything extra for web hosting, okay? You still need a domain name, the $10 a year, but when it comes to ongoing web hosting, you don't pay anything extra moving forward, okay? So that's really, really cost effective again when you look at the different options. Now, the third startup cost you will need to think about is things like branding and packaging. When I talk about branding, I'm talking about things like your logo design. I'm talking about business cards, flyers, stationery, label tags, clothing labels. Especially if you're buying wholesale, you need to invest a lot more on things like packaging as well. I would say budget something around $200 to $300 for basically everything that has to do with packaging, okay? Again, I did another video on packaging your products, and I'll leave the link down below, okay? Another startup cost you want to think about is things like software. When I talk about software, I'm talking about things like accounting software. This is something a lot of people neglect when they start a business. They think, okay, I'm just going to start a business and get things up and running. But you need an accounting software or a tool to help you keep track of your finances. Are you making a profit? Are you making losses? And really, really to keep your taxes up to date as well, so you don't get in trouble with the tax man at the end of the year or the end of the quarter or whatever for your tax period may be, okay? Now, there's different accounting software programs out there like Sage, QuickBooks, No Hassle Accounting, which is what I personally use for my own business, and I'll leave all the links down below as well. I would say budget around, just have $100 as a startup cost for that, okay? I mean, they come with ongoing expenses and running costs as well, but I'm not going to go into that in a lot of detail. Finally, another startup cost you need to think about is in terms of photography, especially if you plan to buy and sell wholesale products. What type of pictures do you plan to take for your online boutique? Is it going to be on mannequins? Is it going to be on models? Or will you just have them in a sort of a white background? Again, you need to invest in photography when it comes to starting your online boutique. Again, that's an extra expense. I can't give you an exact figure when it comes to photography because it will vary depending on how you plan to basically take your pictures. You could take a picture on your iPhone. I probably wouldn't recommend it. If you're good at things like that and you know how to edit pictures well, that could work for you as well, and that could save you a lot of money hiring professionals to do things for you. So in total, I would say have approximately $1,500 to $2,000 budgeted to start your online boutique. Again, this will differ for every business. It could be higher or lower depending on what options you choose to go with. If you're buying wholesale especially, then this is around the amount that you will potentially need to buy inventory and get things up and running. If you're drop shipping, of course, this cost could be as low as $1,000 or even less. Again, it depends on what options you choose to go for, okay? So I hope you guys found this video useful in regards to the cost of starting an online boutique. As you know, there's a lot of information overload out there when it comes to starting an online boutique. boutique from scratch. And this information I'm giving you guys here today is just a little glimpse and snippet of what you're likely to need to get things set up for your online boutique. Of course, there's a lot more that is required when it comes to starting an online boutique. So if you're someone out there who's thinking about starting an online boutique, but you're really struggling in terms of getting things up and running, or you're just overwhelmed with all the information out there on the internet, and you're looking for a one-stop platform where you can learn everything step by step from A to Z, how to start your own online boutique from scratch, then you better check out the Run Boutique Academy Members Club. Come join the team where I teach you step by step how to get things started from start to finish. So if you're out there and you're thinking about starting an online boutique and you're looking for that community, that platform to help you get things set up and of course run that business moving forward, then you better check out the Run Boutique Academy Members Club. So if you're interested in getting started, then I'm going to leave a link down below to get you up and running at the Run Boutique Members Club, and I hopefully look forward to working with you guys on the other side. Thank you guys once again for watching my video. Don't forget to like this video, leave your comments down below on any videos you want me to record. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my videos when they do come out, and I look forward to catching up with you guys in my next video. Bye for now.